In this video, we are going to study linearity in parameters with Ramsey reset test in Python using Spyder IDE. As you can see at the bottom of the screen, this is an educational video only and no professional advice is included within it. Okay, so let's go into Spyder IDE. So the first step within the video is we need to import the corresponding packages. Therefore, we're going to comment this as step 1, packages. And we're going to import stats models.api as sm. We're importing that feature from stats models for data downloading. Then we're going to import stats models.formula.api as smf. We're importing that feature from stats models for multiple linear regression calculation. And last, we're going to import stats models.stats.diagnostic as smd. We're importing that feature from stats models for Ramsey reset test. To run these code lines, we go ahead and select them, and we can either click on run selection or press F9 on the keyboard. Then we continue with step number 2, which is data. For this, we're going to create an object named house prices underscore object equals to sm feature from stats models dot datasets dot get underscore r dataset, and we open parentheses. The first parameter, which is data name, equals to, and within quotations, house prices, comma, enter on the keyboard, package, equals to, and within quotations, AER, comma, cache, equals to true. So what we're doing here is we're downloading house prices object from our package AER, and with cache equals to true means that when it downloads the data, it saves it locally, so we don't need to go and download it again every time we run the code. Notice that this will download data and documentation. Therefore, we're going to create a new object named house prices with only the data. Therefore, equals to house prices underscore object, and we get its .data attribute. So we select the code lines and we go ahead and press F9 on the keyboard. And if we click on the Variable Explorer tab, we see the objects being created: house prices with data, house prices object with data and documentation. To see the data at any of the cells from the one which has data, house prices, we double click on any of them and we see the data. In this case, for this video, we're only going to focus on the first 3 columns of data of price, lot size, and bedrooms. And the reason for this is that we're going to fit a multiple linear regression in which we have as dependent or explained variable price and as independent or explanatory variables lot size and bedrooms. If you want to read the full documentation of this data, you can do so with the following code line, which is print, and within parentheses we have house prices underscore object, and we get its dot 2 underscores doc 2 underscores attribute. So at any part of that code line, we press F9 on the keyboard and we see that it prints the documentation within the console. So if we scroll up, we see house prices are documentation. So now that we have the data ready, we can continue with step number 3, which is the model. For this, we are going to create an object named MLR, which stands for multiple linear regression, equals to, and we have SMF feature from stats models dot OLS function, which stands for ordinary least squares. We open parentheses and we have the first parameter, which is formula, equals to, and within quotations, because this is a string, we have price being explained by, with this special character, lot size plus bedrooms, comma, and we press enter on the keyboard. Data equals to the house prices object we created above, and we fit this regression, open and close parentheses. So we go ahead, select the two code lines, and we press F9 on the keyboard. And as we see, this fits the regression and creates the MLR object within the Variable Explorer tab. Now that we have the model ready, we continue with step number 4, which is linearity. And we are going to test this using Ramsey reset test. Therefore, we're going to create an object named reset test equals to, and we have SMD feature from stats models, and we get its dot linear underscore reset function, and we open parentheses. The first of its parameters is res, which includes, therefore equal, MLR object with that multiple linear regression that we fitted above, comma power equals to 2, comma test underscore type equals 2, and within quotations fitted, comma, and we press enter on the keyboard, use f equals to true. So what we're doing here is the following. First, we fit the multiple linear regression, and then for Ramsey reset test, it performs a new regression which has the same formula as the original one, but in this specific case, as an example, it adds at the end as independent or explanatory variables the squared fitted values from the original regression. And then we have use f equals to true so that it performs an f test. Notice that power equals to 2, the test type with fitted values, and use f equals to true parameters were only included as educational examples, therefore they are not fixed and they can be modified according to your needs. So this Ramsey reset test performs that f test. The f test is a joint null hypothesis that fitted values, powers, coefficients are equal to 0. In this case, we're only including squared fitted values. Therefore, it's a hypothesis of one coefficient. So the following step is we are going to print the results. So print reset test. So what we do next is we select all these code lines and we go ahead and press F9 on the keyboard. And as we can see, right here within the console at the bottom, we see the results. We have the F test with that F statistic, then we have degrees of freedom, and we have the p-value. So this F test p-value from Ramsey reset test has as null hypothesis, again in this specific case an example, that the square fitted values coefficient is equal to 0. If rejected, model has incorrect functional form or misspecification. If not rejected, model has correct functional form when including square fitted values in test. As mentioned previously, notice that the test can include cubic and more fitted values powers, which would depend on your specific needs. So with this, we finish with the code file, so we go ahead and save it. And with this, we also finish with this video. Thank you for watching.